All right, guys. Trey Lance, preseason week 3, film review. I'm really pumped up because I think we actually finally got a glimpse as to what this offense could look like with this kid in charge of it. And I think there's a lot of exciting stuff on tape. Well, quite frankly, a ton of exciting stuff on tape. With that being said, before we jump into it, please like, subscribe, comment, share it, all that great stuff. I'm on a push for 10K. I'm on the push for 10,000 subscribers. We just crossed 9,000. We're going to make it happen. We're on the quest for it. We're pushing for it. So please consider subscribing. Helps me out a ton. But Trey Lance, really exciting stuff in this final preseason game. And I think Kyle Shanahan's been holding out on us a little bit. Obviously, I haven't been out there to watch training camp, so I didn't know this. There were some people that were DMing me and telling me that, oh, this was going on. By the way, feel free to DM me or mention me on Twitter, at Jenkins. Nice little plug there. But there were some people that were DMing me and say, hey, man, there's more to come. Don't stress. Because I was stressed after weeks 1 and 2. But this is really exciting. And then we'll wrap the video up with some questions about what I think this means for his development and if I think the Niners are doing it right. But let's jump right into the tape. So, first one is just a really good, easy read. So we called it OKIE. Well, what the heck does OKIE mean, Tim? It just means, hey, we got a speed out outside, and this is a mirrored concept, so both sides are the same. And then we've got our little stick route inside, okay? You're going to read this outside in, okay, 1 to 2. That's just a horrendous 1 and 2. If this is the first time you've watched my video, you'll get used to my egregious handwriting. Miss Loomis in 6th grade told me, you're not going to get anywhere with that handwriting. And honestly, I kind of agree with her. Looking at my life now, cut from the NFL, YouTube channel that barely makes enough to feed the kids ramen. So yeah, she was probably right. Miss Loomis was onto something there. But, you know, I don't think it's my handwriting. I just think it's the fact that I'm not that smart. So we got 1 to 2, right? You're going to read this thing outside in. What we read this off of, so when you're talking about like, hey, NFL quarterbacks and how they're reading plays, what you're going to read OKIE off of is what first you're going to factor in, okay, rotation. Like, how did the safeties rotate? Do I like the fact that, hey, this is a linebacker and then we've got a safety here, which is what I think the Niners are reading this off of. You could also factor in green grass, off corner, all that kind of stuff when you're looking at these mirrored concepts. But what I would tell you this read's probably based off of it is afro. What does afro mean? It means away from rotation. This is a safety, this is a safety, right? So clearly the rotation was this way, if that makes sense, right? If you think about it, hey, these guys both start here, and this would be a rotation this way, right? So away from the rotation, we've got this guy who we're going to probably like the matchup more than a safety playing this, okay? Trey gets to the correct side, quick flip, ball, easy money, great ball, great completion. That's how you want to start to me, that's a great drive starter, right? When I'm looking at the way plays are designed, we love this as a drive starter, right? A good 1st and 10 play. Okay, they ran it on 2nd and 14, but obviously they're trying to get back to 3rd and manageable. So, great decision, great ball. This, to me, was the thing that just should get everybody excited, okay? They're going to run 50 gut read F slider. Well, again, what the heck does that mean? Well, first we've got our zip motion, okay? When you're bringing this zip across, they're trying to influence these guys this way a little bit, okay? This guy is going to stay home, but don't worry, we'll account for him, okay? What we're going to run is we're running 50 gut, but Trey's going to read this defender. So if this defender comes downhill, Trey will pull it and he'll run. If this defender works uphill or slow plays it, we'll give it, and then we'll be plus numbers this way. Blocking scheme, right? We're going to be here to the double to here, boom up to here, boom up to here, okay? That's how this whole thing will shake out. When I say don't worry, we'll account for him is because after this motion, this F is going to slide. He'll bypass the read guy, and then he'll get vertical to account for this guy. You know, honestly, they probably have it drawn up here, and they're hoping they get man coverage, but that's not the case, and he ends up taking that guy. Okay, so now watch. We're going to do it once in slow-mo, and I want you guys to watch this D-end, okay? You see how this D-end turns and runs downhill? That's what makes it to where Trey's going to pull it, okay? Now I'm going to give it to you guys in fast motion. Boom, D-end comes downhill. Trey pulls it. Easy walk-in touchdown. This should get everybody excited because it shows how much versatility this kid has. I think this kid's an elite passer from the pocket. And then all of a sudden, guess what? Boom, we're going to run a little bit of 50 gut read F slider with him. Okay, so what a treat. Okay, we've just got a little naked left. When we say naked left, that just means we're in boot, right? So you're going to get the action here and naked left. Okay, naked is an implied concept, meaning if this guy's outside, he'll run a comeback. If he's condensed, right, he'll run this corner route. Okay, and you're going to read this thing down here. So it's going to be 1 to the over route is 2, and then they've got a slider coming across in the flat. That's number 3. This is just a really impressive throw. Watch how Trey snaps his body around and delivers a freaking strike. You guys are looking on the wide. Oh, that's not that cool, Tim. Well, wait till we get the tight, my friends, because this is actually really cool. This is, number 12 with the Packers-ish, in my opinion. Okay? Boom. Just makes it look effortless. And this, looks so easy on tape. And I would challenge you to go in your backyard and try to run full speed to the left and then flip your hips and try to hit your 6-year-old on a crosser. Okay, take a Nerf football out there and see if he can handle the pepper and if you can handle flipping your hips around, okay? So that was good to start. Now we've got a bad play. Okay, the reason I believe this is bad is because I think this is a busted read. So this is something we would have called CatZ Dig. Cat is the strong side concept with seam and a comeback, okay? We love this against what we call MOFC. Ladies and gentlemen at home, what is MOFC, okay? what's MOFC? MOFC means middle of the field closed, right? Single high, think cover 1, cover 3, all that good stuff. MOFO, and not the thing that your wife calls you after you don't do the edging correctly on a Saturday morning because you're in a hurry to watch college football. It's a little story that hits home. But MOFO, middle of the field open. Okay, so if you hear me say MOFO or MOFO or MOFC, MOFC is middle of the field closed, meaning, hey, there's a single high safety in the middle of field's closed. Middle of the field open means you probably got split safety, okay? Not probably, you do have split safety, okay? So we like this concept. We like cat against middle of the field closed. If we were to get MOFO, we would want to work this concept, and we want to work it 1 to 2, okay? So you see this safety now rolling back to give you a closed look. To me, you should be reading up top to the strong side. And if you were to read the strong side inside out, okay, 1 to 2, I think you would really want to hit this tight end right here on the comeback, okay? Instead, we read the middle of the field open side, which isn't the worst thing in the world. But the second we get contact here, we really should be onto this under route. He instead holds it and then dirts it. Let's look at it from the tight. Okay, to me, this is not only a bad read, but obviously a bad throw as well. And I don't know what made him hesitate here. I don't know what he's unsure of what he's seeing, and then that's just a pretty terrible throw, if we're being honest, okay? This is a good-bad clip, meaning, hey, it's got good and it's got bad. The good is the read, okay? We've got Cop X Glance. Cop is a corner stop, really creative. Glance is a 5-step, we would call it like a short post, right? Or 5-step post, okay? It's a glance route. The Niners play with their guys outside foot up, so it's going to turn into 6 steps, but not important, okay? What's important is he makes a great read off of this action. Boom, great read, get to the glance, fire it on time. We just throw a not great ball, okay? A lot of people could be saying, hey, he's trying to protect him from the safety. No, he's not. This is just a bad ball. If you ask Trey, he's going to say, I missed this one, okay? Yeah, that's just not great. That's not great. To me, it's mechanically induced. Okay, and I don't want to get too far into the weeds with QB mechanics on these videos, but you want to see great heel alignment. What I mean by that is you want to be able to draw a straight line through their heels into the target. Okay? What you can see when Trey hits here is that if you were to draw his heels are more outside of his target, which then is going to induce this shoulder to fly open and the ball to dive on him. If you were to ask him, he'd probably say, yeah, it felt like this thing came off my pinky. Okay? That's usually what you hear a quarterback say when they end up throwing a dirt like that. Okay? Anyways, let's move on. We've got OKIE twist Doug. Okay? Doug is double slant. Okay? This is a full line read for him, I'm guessing. And I'm guessing he's going to read this thing 1 to 2, backside, 3 to the OKIE twist, okay? Watch him work this whole progression. 1, 2, reset, ball. And I got to give my man Ted over at The Athletic a lot of credit because I thought this was a stick route. And he's like, well, Tim, look, I think this guy's breaking down. And it's an OKIE twist, and he was dead on. So I love it. 1, 2, 3, flips his hips, delivers a strike. You got to love that progression, okay? Nice little whole progression read there. Last one we're talking about, and I saved the best for last because there's nothing I'm a bigger fan of than Samurai. Well, what the heck is Samurai? Samurai is a concept where we've got the deep post outside. We call it a stick at 8, 14 stick step to the post, and then a deep over running from the other side. You read this thing, home run down, okay? Watch Trey. Boom, the great action. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hitch. He knows he doesn't have this. Safety corner's got it, and he delivers a freaking strike on this over route that unfortunately gets dropped. But let's go ahead and watch it again. From the tight. Boom, you get the wrap. Oh. Gotta do that in slow-mo just to see how good of a throw it was. Just defender, I don't think the defender gets a hand on it. I think that's just a flat-out drop. So unbelievable football. So where does it leave us? Well, it leaves us with a lot of excitement. They did counter Trey. They did a bunch of different stuff with this kid in this preseason game that I think should have Niners fans excited. My only worry that I want to voice now is I hope we're not taking for granted how good Trey is as a quarterback and putting in all these exotic, hey, read the D end here, run counter back into the defense, run zone here, do all this. I hope we're not taking him for granted and doing all this exotic run game with him, and then it's costing him 3rd and long reps because we're giving those to Jimmy G. You know, and like true pass game situations and things that like he could really take steps in that he's already shown that he's going to learn and get better. I hope we don't minimize his development there because we're so consumed with designing really cool new run plays and all this stuff that he can do. So that's what I want to put out there because that's my worry with it. With that being said, I think they're going in a great direction. I think Trey's taking steps. I think he's the real Trey to me is the guy that we saw that's making good decisions in the pass game and brings the versatility in the run game. And I think it's going to be a dynamic look on the offense. So guys, let me know what you think. Please comment, like, subscribe. There will be a video next to me, one that hey, we think you should watch, and there's also going to be a subscribe button next to me. Please hit that. And I really appreciate you. And if this gets enough comments and views and all that good stuff, I'll start doing some Niner breakdowns all the time. So guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think, and then I will see you guys for the start of the season. All right, peace.